Hi, we're back. It's Grave New World, our Buffy the Vampire Slayer TTRPG here on Dirty 20 Gaming. You found us. Yay.
What?
It's
Oh,
dangerous to go alone, so take these lovely players here. Who do we got first? Bison, go.
That's me. I am Bison underscore Stonefist. You can find me here most nights. Because on Mondays I am Jack Ghost in My Blood Aldridge, and that's tonight. So congrats, you made it. I call dibs on Luna. On Tuesdays I run our Cyberpunk Red game, Carnage Heights. On Thursdays, I play Encino, the Dragonborn Paladin Ranger, in our full 5e Fool's Gold campaign, King's Pyrite. And on Saturday, I play Sid Brimlock, the engineer slash soon-to-be bureaucrat, in our necrobiotic radio drama, Grave New or Dead to Rights. Wow, tonight's Grave New World. Next, let's go with Bat Kyle because he laughed.
that's fair. Hey, folks, it's Bat Kyle, your friendly neighborhood Bat Kyle here. You can find me on Mondays, of course. Like you said, you gotta, the right day. Playing Jacob King. Everybody calls him Yay. He's everybody's favorite half demon stoner oracle. And yes, it was blue. On Thursdays, you can find me also in the King's Pyrite game, the 5e Fool's Gold, playing Badge's Newth, the brain cell dad energy and kind of very salty druid who's just
The mom.
the big bomb dad energy who just would like to not be the hero of the next place they go because it keeps happening. Other than that, the game I run is not televised, nor will it be, and you can't really perceive me except as possibly a mod for people like the Pork Soda, who I bully relentlessly, and I don't know why they put up with me. Over to Mana.
Hi, everybody. I am Mana or Mana Queen. I am here every Monday night. That's tonight, in case you didn't know. Playing our lovely Slayer and Smoothie Addicted Ash Lexington. Other than that, I am just hanging around in our Discord right now, living my best life with these lovely folks here, as well as plenty of others. You should join us. Oh, Kevin beat me to it. You should join us. It's a good time over there. We have a lot of fun, have a lot of cool chats. And yeah, that's kind of all from me right now. I'm kind of like Becca, where you can't really perceive me anywhere else because most of my stuff is not televised on stream. And over to the lovely Luna.
Hi, I'm Luna. I play May Lipinski, our White Witch, literally, maybe, here today. On Mondays, that is today. Otherwise, I am nowhere, yet everywhere. And Kevin. All right,
Always
Chris.
try. I'm Chris. I am the director, which is the fancy word for the game master here in this Buffy system. I also go by Wayward Knight on the interwebs. I do this. I also play Felicity Caldwell in our Saturday night game Dead to Rights. I also have a podcast called Professional Questers where I interview people in the TTRPG community about the characters they play, and then I flip the script and I interview the characters themselves. Episode 3 is on its way, I swear to God. But anyway, you can find me there. See, it worked. In the links, go click them. And without further ado, let's get to this recap, which is chunkier this time. Anyway, so last time on Grave New World, the Scoops followed Alice through the government facility, and we picked up at the moment where John opened the door for them to see Jack, and shit went bananas. Threats were made if answers weren't given. Diane used all of her power to let everyone know that John was guilty. AF. May reached out and talked to Diane, though it resulted in a rather unseemly mayhap. John was forced to reveal that he had been the one who had called the shot that Jack took all those years ago, the one that had ultimately been the cause of Diane's tragic death. As the truth was finally revealed, May made a Hail Mary attempt to give Jack some closure by reaching out physically with a magical surge to anchor Diane and allow her a physical form momentarily so Jack could see her too. Goodbyes were said, and the Scoobs were whisked out by Alice to the awaiting car. John was left to rot in Jack's shitty prison cell. Once in the vehicle, May revealed a second mayhap that had been the result of her aiding Diane. The pigment in her hair drained away and leaked out through a flood of dark tears. On the way home, the gang discussed what they would be doing next. Ash overheard parts of a tense and worried conversation that Julian had over the phone and made a note to talk to him later about it. When they finally returned to Nana's, the streets were a mess of sinkholes and construction. Nana made food for all of them, and they all went to their respective homes that night, with Ye taking charge of a blitzed Jack for the night. As they walked Ash home, Ye noticed the smoothie shop in ruins, but elected not to point it out. And that night, they all had dreams, their brains attempting to bring them some solace, some quiet after all the chaos. Well, maybe it wasn't all their brains. And we pick up the next morning. Jesus! I'm so sorry if anyone heard that. No? Okay. It sounded like fucking I don't know what's going on upstairs, but scared the shit out of me.
Loud noises. Loud noises are happening.
Loud noises are happening. At least it happened during a transition. Oh, I bet you she's moving the refrigerator. That's probably what's happening. It, anyway, so the next morning, we're gonna start with, actually, when do you each think that you would wake up?
The second a loud noise happens within like 3 feet of whatever couch or what have you that Jack has been on.
Oh, Jack is in the daybed in the guest room, so there aren't probably going to be any like real loud noises.
He's passed out.
Yeah, Ye will probably wake up at his normal time, fairly early, like 8 a.m. Despite the day, he's still got a routine and he's got things to do.
Okay.
Ash is probably also up around 8:30 or so.
Alrighty. When you wake up, that little cactus pen is still in your hand, but it's not broken anymore, even though you could swear it snapped when you left your dream last night.
All right, so Ye's gonna put it back on put it on the nightstand next to his bed. He's gonna draw a little circle of salt around it. 'Cause salt solves everything. Um, he's just gonna leave it there in the circle. Maybe ask Nana what to do about cursed pens. And but that's for later. Just gonna edge away from it and go start breakfast. Eggs,
You have to
bacon,
stare down before he
hash
leaves
browns.
leaves the bedroom.
And then
It
he'll
just sits there.
yeah, I figured, but then he'll get a thing of probably Pedialyte instead of orange juice to go with Jack's portion, just because he knows how this goes. And once he's got breakfast all whipped up and ready to go, he'll go carefully wake Jack, staying out of punching and kicking distance just in case. When he does so, just knock knock.
Mm,
Breakfast and aspirin.
mm.
Come on, buddy.
Back to the door. If you try to actually step into the room, a combat knife will emerge from the under the pillows.
Yeah, no. He's good where he is. Just, Jack, buddy, don't shank me. It'll heal, but it'll itch like crazy. Come on.
Am I still in Quantico?
No, you're not. You're out of Quantico. Remember?
Oh, thank God. You hear the knife just thump on the bed.
Oh, good.
I'll be there in a minute. It's really bright in here. Everything's closed, so
Yeah. It's all right, I'll go. Yeah, you'll just be like, all right, just come on out. Food's on the table. When you're ready. If you want, there's a spare toothbrush and toothpaste. Toothbrush is still sealed in the bathroom. Spare towel too. And I can get you some sweats if you want to shower first. The food will keep. And then you'll go and just like turn all the blinds and everything to darken it up and just kind of take a seat. Leave Jack to his devices. Unless it's going back to sleep, at which point he'll start flicking water at him from the doorway.
it takes him probably about 15 minutes to actually move. When he does, it's slow, it's deliberate. He's just he looks at the bottle that's like tipped over but empty, sitting on the nightstand.
Yep.
One day at a time. Mm. Puts his knife away, puts his jeans back on, makes his way down.
Right. No, there's food. It's probably more Waffle House levels of cuisine than, Anthony Bourdain or whatever, but it's edible. It's not too greasy. Carbs and protein. And the Pedialyte.
That takes me back. Okay.
It works for all sorts of hangovers.
Yeah, they used to give it to freshies who didn't make it out of the basic pub crawl.
Yeah, I can see how they would do that.
Mm.
I'd ask how you're feeling, but I can kind of see.
Better than usual, actually.
I'm
I'm
glad.
not drunk this time.
No, you're not drunk. You're not. You're not haunted, and you got your answers
I got
for
some.
now. Yeah. You know we're gonna find that genie and end it, right? We're all in this with you on that.
I wouldn't wish that upon my bitterest enemy, but I appreciate it.
Well, here's the difference. We know what we're dealing with. We got Nana, we got Julian's research, we've got the Slayer, we've got May with the sight and the magic. We have a lot going for us that unfortunately you didn't when John made that call. So I think we have a much better chance to, if not kill it, at least seal it away someplace unpleasant, like, I don't know, Detroit for 1,000 years.
The last guys put him in a cave in the middle of Afghanistan to see how that worked out.
Yeah, but your family. Found family, but family.
He drops his fork when you say that. Sorry.
No, it's all right. I know that word might be kind of 4-letter for you still.
It's still really raw, you know.
Yeah. None of us expect you to be over it in a day, friendo. But we're here to help you heal little by little as best we can.
He goes back to his food, and you can tell he's thinking. You know, that middle distance stare,
Yeah.
and you're not really looking at anything.
And he's just gonna leave him to it. Sometimes you just need quiet to process and let your brain do the talking. So he's just gonna eat, clear the plates when everybody's done, grab some, probably even for Jack, oversized sweats, and gently steer him into the bathroom for a much needed shower.
It's been a month.
Yeah.
Probably had flies following him in, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just like, all right, take as long as you need. Use the whole bottle, the whole bar. Let me know if you need more. Otherwise, strip a few layers off there and come out when you're feeling a little more human. I know how that sounds coming from me, but you know what I mean.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do. I just
That you need time. Like I said, we're not expecting you to just kind of suddenly be, all my problems are solved. Look at that. All right, let's get life by the horns and just get out there.
yeah, this isn't a video game or anything, so
Yeah, yeah. And I'm not a motivational speaker who lives in a van down by the river. So,
all right, see you in a bit.
yep.
Shuffles away.
And then he's gonna sit down and type out a text that he's sure is not gonna be very well received. You're like, Ash, this isn't
Are
the
you
way I
sitting
wanted you to.
down?
Yeah, are you sitting down? I got some bad news. I don't think you saw last night because you were really out of it. But I don't know if it is the Rock Bunnies, but something happened to your smoothie shop. As in, it's kind of not really there anymore. I mean, there were pieces.
Is this all in one text?
Yeah, he's just hitting a block.
It's a block, so it's not like multiple in a row. It's just like an essay.
Yeah, yeah.
TLDR.
Pretty much.
Yeah, there's a
LDR, don't go buy smoothies today.
there's like the dot 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 you see when somebody's typing. There's a dot dot dot, and then it goes away, and then a dot dot dot, and then it goes away, and then a dot dot dot, and then there it goes away, and then it's probably like 5-10 minutes, and then Ye just gets a photo of Ash sitting in the rubble outside the smoothie shop, and just and just like literally just like sitting and just like, and then just, what happened, in all caps, question mark, exclamation point, like
He's gonna
My baby.
take the picture, and it's gonna add on Sarah McLachlan's "Arms of the Angel" as a soundtrack to it, and just send it to the group. And he's gonna be like,
there's
I
a big
think,
middle finger emoji too from
yeah,
Ash
figures.
on that.
But otherwise, he's just gonna be like, I think the Rock Bunnies. I don't know. They tore up the road. They've been tearing up all sorts of things. We should probably look into that now that we got Jack.
But my smoothies, in all caps.
Like I can make you a smoothie.
I don't want your smoothie.
That's what I get for trying to help.
Make my own smoothie. No, can you make me a smoothie? And it's all separate text, like 30 seconds after one another.
It's like,
I don't
yeah,
want your smoothie.
come on over. I'll make you a smoothie. Just Jack's in the shower, so don't just randomly wander into the bathroom.
Probably like another like 20 minutes or so before Ash shows up. They're showered, their hair is still kind of like damp and wet, and they literally have like an empty travel cup with them, and they enter and they go,
Yep. And he's gonna do
Non-verbal.
nonverbal pineapple, mango, strawberry smoothie.
Don't forget the vanilla protein powder.
Get some protein. Spin it up.
And Ash just like on the futon or couch or whatever, like cross-legged with their smoothie cup and just like just silent, just like staring at the floor. Just
Staring through the smoothie cup.
like literally through the smoothie cup through the floor as if they can see through the building back to where the smoothie shop is just like decimated.
Yeah.
And they just kind of go.
You just gotta Google and see if there were any like injuries or casualties from the smoothie shop collapsing.
Or not.
Good.
Yeah, I don't know if Ash could handle that.
Yeah.
And Ash would be like, if it was the rock bunnies. After eventually like half a smoothie is gone. And like to Ye, but then also like in the group text, even if like Ye is like still like floating about, just in the group text, be like, we gotta deal with those rock bunnies. They took my smoothies.
There's a ... from Jack. And then you see, no, I'm just going to say it. Are they the source of your power?
Like
Did Jack say that
Popeye,
out loud to Ash or like by a text?
No, he sends it by a text so that everybody sees it.
Ash would be like, maybe. I'm not telling you my secrets. They don't hurt my powers. Certainly help them.
And then I guess the final thing will be just texting May that everybody's at his apartment right now. Should they head to Nana's after? Did May want to come here? And does she need help dyeing her hair?
May does not answer because May got up at like 3 a.m. in the morning, and went to the closest 24/7 hour. 24/7. Woo! It's starting off great today, guys. 24/7. Like just store and went to go pick up some plain ass box dye and like went home and was like, I can't go to school looking like this. Nope, there's no way. People are gonna ask questions. How did I get to white this fast without bleaching it all first and letting it sit a couple days and doing it again? No, there's gonna be too many questions that I can't answer because I don't know how to do any of this. And so she sits there reading the box over and over and over just to make sure, because her Nana helped her with this last time. She doesn't want to wake her up this time. And so she sits it down and sits in front of her mirror and starts doing it all and goes and showers. And she got out of the shower and realized, I can't go anywhere ever again because her hair is still white.
She just walked
Yep.
it all out.
I was just imagining like they had the color setting in and then immediately the tears start again, only they're, red or whatever color auburn that she chose, and just the hair just goes
brown. Yep, nope. She got out of the shower, had her hair all wrapped up, and then the mirror fog cleared off, and she still had the bright white eyebrows and the bright white hair, and she just kind of sank to the floor in her towel and cried.
Oh.
And she didn't want to wake up Nana, even though Nana would probably have answers because this isn't supposed to be permanent.
So around like 6:30 a.m. May, you hear Nana get up and start making breakfast as usual. At this point, Nana just like makes enough food for however many people she assumes is gonna be in the house that day. Um, she usually makes a lot of food anyway, but it, she's had house guests like every day for 3 weeks or something now, so she's up making a big breakfast casserole, and you can smell it. It smells really good. Um, but she notices that you are awake and she kind of. Are you still in the bathroom or?
Oh yeah, she curled up in a ball on the floor and just her towel, kind of like how you like. I don't know if other people did this as children. I did it. Just I would just lay in the bathroom on the floor for fun. So she's like curled up on the bath mat, wrapped in her towel. Her leg kind of stretched out, so if the door opens, it'll hit her foot. But she's just laying there, just like
I used to do that in college,
catatonic.
but for completely different reasons.
You hear a soft knock on the door. Uh, May, are you okay in there?
There's no answer. Yeah, I don't think she says anything. I think she's just after yesterday, it's just like the brain has broken. The brain is done with all of everything that's been happening, and she's just laying there thinking, "Oh, wish I was still asleep. Having those good dreams."
I uh, I will have breakfast whenever you are ready. I know something happened yesterday. You can tell me.
Just, just come in.
She will open the door slowly. Is the towel off of the head?
Yeah, it's kind of dried and like those like crunchy clumps. Didn't brush it. She just kind of took it out and just has been laying there for a couple hours.
Nana clocks the empty dye box and then looks at your head and she goes, "Oh no, sweetie. Are you okay?"
Yeah, no, it's not supposed to
Clearly,
be permanent.
I, I could try to get that spell that turned it fuchsia that one time.
It doesn't even make her laugh. Like usually it'll make her laugh because she's just like, oh my god. But like she's just thinking like, if this stays permanent, what else could stay permanent?
Um, Nana sits on like the edge of the bathtub and she honestly isn't sure what to say. Because she's used to this not being permanent either. And she normally was very composed in terms of like she'll, you know, wave things off with humor or something, but this is a strangely serious moment for Nana. And she actually goes from sitting on the edge of the tub to sitting on the floor with you. And she just starts to kind of, you know, pet your head and place her hand on your shoulder and try to comfort you. And she says, we will fix this. We will make sure that it does not stay permanent. I promise you.
I paralyzed a guy yesterday, Nana. And if this is permanent, I mean, he was a bad guy, but I I I did it out of anger, and I'm not supposed to do things out of anger cuz that makes it worse. And now I'm what if something worse happens? Nana, you can't always be around.
Is a good question. And it's one that I have been avoiding, and I should not have been avoiding it. You know, you are very powerful, and I do my best to keep you safe, but the day will probably come where you have to figure out how to control your own power.
Can't even stop this from happening.
I can help you. We can all help you.
What if
I'm sure Barnaby can help you too. We're all here for you.
I could just stop doing it?
May, your situation is very special. And I don't mean like in a snowflake way. You you are not like other witches, other magically gifted people. And it may feel like a curse to you, but it is a blessing. We just have to find out the best way to make it work for you. And maybe I've been a little lax in enforcing that, but I think the time has come where we need to address the reality of your abilities.
So, what, we're gonna Karate Kid this, but magic?
I don't know what that means.
We'll watch it sometime.
Oh, is it like a show, like a movie?
It's a movie, a reboot, and a show.
Ah, that sounds like a lot. But if it will help you, I will watch it for you.
It just might be relevant, what with my old sensei and the young prodigy.
Are you calling me old?
Nana, you know you're older than Sin.
Yes, but you don't say it to a woman's face.
But here's the thing, you can say you're very old, yet you still are like the hottest grandma around, so.
Oh, thank you. She'll like she'll pick up some of your hair and she'll like grab a brush from the counter and she'll start brushing it. She's just, being very gentle, making sure not to like pull on any tangles or anything. Um, and she'll just kind of take care of you until you're ready to sit up and get started for the day and everything. Um, the breakfast casserole's already in the oven, so it'll be fine. Um, and everything. You can hear the crows starting to gather on the balcony as the sun begins to rise, and they're getting a little antsy for their food. And Nana's like, "Don't worry, they can wait." So it's about what, like 9 a.m., 9:30 when you get this text from Yay. And Yay doesn't hear back.
Which, of course, leaves the question: is May just sleeping in, or did something happen? Because with May,
I don't know. Is it a Tuesday?
Since when does May sleep in?
that's fair. That's fair. May is something of a neurovore. She lives on her nerves. Well, he'll just look around, and he's gonna assume Jack eventually gets done showering and comes out to join the waking world.
6.5 minutes exactly.
Yeah, if he pops out in 6.5 minutes, he's just gonna put a hand on his head, turn him around, and push him back in. It's gonna like
Triple that number.
Yeah.
give it another go, friendo.
Don't feel that bad. As the door closes.
The Irish Spring this time. But eventually, when everybody's clean and such, he'll just kind of, I guess, herd and load everybody into the car and head over to Nana's because, well, they really do need to figure out something about these rock rabbits. And that's Nana's place is the war room, among other things. Ye's is just kind of like a temporary recovery ward, I guess.
Forward operating base.
Forward operating base. And yeah, of
Well,
course, will be sure to
actually,
make sure that Julian knows where they are and to check in on Julian to make sure Julian's
Oh,
okay.
Ash has already texted Julian.
Oh, okay.
Already texted Julian, mostly about the smoothies.
Yeah.
around like 7-ish May, um, Nana had to go momentarily to answer the door, and you heard some like shuffling and low voices, and you actually um
Is it the moon
heard
again? Because
mm,
we're
No,
done.
it's the sun this time.
Oh, god damn it! I just mowed that lawn.
uh, what lawn? No, I'm kidding. Um, it's ashes now. No, no. You hear um, you hear some very loud sort of. How would I just like? It sounds like something is rolling down the hallway, and then somebody goes into it sounds like the spare room. Um, and then Nana comes back and she says, breakfast is ready whenever you are. Um, and she will let you sort of in your own time get prepared.
Nana,
How
what?
long do you stay in the bathroom?
Oh, she got out of the bathroom after like her Nana brushed her hair and she went and
Okay.
May is always like usually put together even when she's like out of it, but this is probably the first time that even probably Nana since she was a kid saw her in like sweats and like just
Okay.
like one of her dad's t-shirts, like probably like a Scorpions t-shirt. Um, she comes out and her hair is just kind of limp, and she comes out after hearing that, and she's like, "Nana, who's here?"
You actually see Julian in the living room and a woman around the same age with long dark brown hair, sharp-ish features, very sort of dark academia, kind of like a female Julian, not gonna lie.
I was just typing that.
Got the Bobsy twins up in here.
May's gonna point at
Uh,
Julian and be like, "I've it's 7 a.m. on a school day, Julian. This really is like going past. Like, listen, I know we're part of like this whole supernatural thing, but this is stepping beyond the student teacher boundaries that should be set. What are you doing in my
uh,
house?"
the woman actually speaks up and says, I presume this is one of your students, Julian? And Julian says, yes, this is May. This happens to also be May's great grandmother's house. Um, don't worry, May, we're not here for long. Um, we just need some wards before we find a safer place to stay.
Okay. Um, I did hear like something go down the hall towards the spare though, so
The woman speaks up again and says, that would be our daughter. She's rather sleepy right now. We just took an express flight from England.
okay. Okay. I'm gonna go lay down. Goodbye. And she just like turns around and just walks away back to her room, just shutting the door very slowly and just stares down at the floor like,
May has reached her limit break.
what has my life become?
For funsies, make me a perception notice check.
Okay. If Lacey's in my room right now, shit's gonna go down.
Argyle's amazing, by the way, Ash. Thank you for that.
11.
It's one, isn't it? No, it's two.
That's 2.
Dos.
You hear a little like a little tiny gasp, and the door closed really fast to the spare room, like someone was peeking out of it. Um, but you can get a glimpse.
Her eye just kind of twitches and she turns to her door and just goes into her room like,
The
And then everybody else shows the fuck up.
I think she like flops face first in her bed, doesn't fall asleep. She's just catatonic again. She's like, this is my life now.
why did you always forget to get my dice set? Get your dice set, Chris. Nope. Okay. Yeah. So you're just numb to the world for a while
Well, that
until the
happened
rest.
yesterday. a lot happened the last couple days. She saw her mom after 20 years. She helped a man meet his dead fiance who she had met this guy once. Her hair is now permanently white, maybe.
It's been a ride for sure. So finally around like 9:30, I think, the gang is all gathered.
You'll say hi, blink at Julian being there and his gender swap, and the podling if it's running around.
It's not.
Okay, go. That's good. He's like, Nana, is May okay? Normally she's like down and kind of hanging out in the kitchen when we show up.
She's been having a rough time this morning. She might come out later. I have to make some words for Julian's family, but breakfast is keeping warm in the oven if you want it, and I I guess you know what to do. Mi casa es tu casa.
He's gonna
I'm
give
learning
Nana a
Spanish.
hug. Because it seems like maybe Nana could use a hug, because there's a lot going on for Nana too. So
She hugs back and like pats your back and goes, "Good boy, good boy."
I know. And then he's gonna go to May's room because he has an idea of what's going on. And if he cuts anybody else off doing so, like he doesn't mind if people trail along. He has a feeling he knows what's going on.
Uh, Julian
Ash was also
actually.
already on the way up the stairs.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I mean
goes.
if Julian was gonna
Julian
pull Ash,
goes.
then go for it. Don't worry about it.
Julian tries to like go to Ash and be like, "I'm so sorry about this movie shop," but Ash is just like, "Zoom." But Julian, I think Ash, can you make me a perception notice check?
I can. Maybe. Possibly. Excuse me. Sorry. That is one success level.
Julian's not trying to be secretive about it. He's just like trying to make sure that he catches your eye. Like, hey, we need to talk later. So as
Yeah.
long as he sees that like you've clocked him, it's fine.
I mean, yeah, Ash has clocked him and Tweedledee, Tweedledum, and Argyle over there. You know, and clocked all that
Argyle
happening.
spawn.
And but Ash is also like May is not down here, and Ash like on the way behind Yay will be like, if Jack is following, totally fine. If Jack is not following, Ash will probably be like, can you check on breakfast?
Jack is actually going to go over to Julian and like kind of introduce himself to his wife. He'd be like, Jack Aldridge, Julian has said absolutely nothing about you.
Hi, I'm Jack. Here's the bus. Let me just park it right on Julian, throw it in reverse, and then just really stomp on the gas.
Hey, Jack's still a little hungover. Give him a break.
Wow.
Pressing the tweed.
So Julian turns bright red, and the woman says, for good reason, I assume. And she gives Julian like the stink eye. And Julian's like, I I do dangerous stuff. Like, I sometimes you want to keep your private life separate from your work life. I mean, and he's just kind of like fumbling for an excuse. And the woman looks back at you and holds her hand out to shake and says, Jillian Haynes.
Jack Aldridge. And he looks to Julie and pats him on the back. That was so worth it. Thank you for that.
Julian stares daggers at you and goes, jerk.
You smile them off the hook.
Yes, so this is my wife, Jillian. And if you see a little girl running around, that is Emily, our daughter.
Never would have struck you a father, but it suits you.
It was
Don't you
kind
dare
of
call
my
her a
life.
mistake, my friend. Not with her standing right there.
Good God, no.
Sorry, it was a ...
They're my life and my absolute joy. And right now, I want them as close to me as possible. Because something is not right. And I don't trust them being so far away. That's all for later when you all are here. I'm gonna go check on breakfast. And he just like kind of steers himself away. And Jillian looks at you and she goes, he gets very awkward when he is talking about us. He loves us a lot, but he's Julian. If you know Julian,
He sort of smiles
which
and nods, just like, well, he never does something without no reason. So I can see why he must mean a lot to him.
I have definitely put myself into a bit of a pickle, I guess you could call it. And he is very worried. I don't know if you've noticed the immense chasms under his eyes, but he she kind of just trails off like she almost doesn't know what to do with him sometimes because he almost like is a little too attached to things to be a watcher, but she kind of admires him for that, and you can kind of see that processing, even though she's like she kind of realizes she's letting it slip, and then she like straightens up and stuff, but she just like anyway. um I've heard a lot about you lot. um is it I'm sorry, Jack, so you're the one that had the ghost, although there were two now that had the ghost, or
Haunted,
how many ghosts are involved here?
um, formerly, he kind of raises an eyebrow and with a question mark on that. Haunted by my dead ex-wife. Um, I didn't know we had another ghost in the group.
Oh, oh, Well, perhaps perhaps some things need to be revealed. I
I've been away for a bit.
right, right. There was
So are you his handler?
no. I'm
Okay,
his wife.
wouldn't be the first time. I just thought I'd ask.
We don't have handlers. We're not MI6. We are the Watchers Council. Uh,
So is,
I. Pardon?
no, I was gonna say so is babysitter more apt, but I think he's not quite that drunk.
No, I'm simply a contact that he has. We went through Watcher training together, and that's kind of well, that part doesn't matter. It basically we're classmates who associate with each other and remain in contact, especially because, well, I'm not gonna lie, I'm hot shit.
Yeah, Jax, like, sorry, I'm just used to assuming everybody's in some sort of organization. And he tells you like I used to tell things to my brother-in-law.
We are watchers. We make it our well, information is kind of our thing. We gather information. We, for lack of a better term, we watch. We listen. We know just about everything.
Recon. That's what I was in. So
Basically.
I can understand.
Oh, you worked reconnaissance as well.
That was pretty much what I did for the agency. Read
Yeah.
bad letters, find out if there's anything to them, and in the most recent case, accidentally fall into a hellmouth.
Accidentally fall into a hellmouth.
There may have been C4 involved.
For a treat.
I assume he
You're
told you.
gonna have to tell me about that. I mean he did tell me about that, but I want to hear more. Anyway, I she keeps conversing with you, but we're actually gonna head over to May and Yay and Ash.
Well, let me preface that story with, trail off.
Yeah.
Mayday.
There's
I
like
think
a finger tapping with like Ash next to me, like May. Like the two
I
of them are
think
just like
yeah, I
May.
think as they're at her door, they feel like these vibrations in the floor, like right in front of her door. Um, but there's no answer to you guys just kind of.
He's like, all right, well, I'm coming in. You've already seen me naked, so turnabout is fair play. He's not actually gonna look though. He's gonna open the door and be like, Ash.
It's probably a bad idea that you turned your head because it's just like a sound vacuum that comes out, blasts directly into your ear because her room is soundproofed, soundboarded, I guess, by Nana. And there's just a heavy metal screech of a guitar and just someone screaming their head off.
There's like a flinch from Ash, and Ash is like, and like looks in. Is May clothed?
Yeah, she's
Okay.
she had from face down, she had turned like like on her side with she's got like a remote in her hand that's controlling the stereo that's blasting right now. And she kind of just like looks at you guys.
It's like, oh, honey.
Mm.
He's gonna wander in and kind of go to a knee by the bed and just kind of run his fingers through the hair a little bit. Just, oh. You tried to diet, didn't you? And it didn't take. Well, uh, as a stopgap, I can see if my mom has any cosmetic illusions. I mean, it won't be actual color, but other people can't tell the difference. Yeah, yeah. It's like I'm sorry. I can't help but feel like this is because we kind of brought you into all this, and because you rather selflessly reached with your magic to give Jack that little extra bit of closure. Have you ever pushed like that before? Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's something I know. There's always a price to be paid for going the extra mile with a gift, especially a magical gift. It doesn't mean it's permanent, but in the meantime, he's like, I'm gonna go get a spray bottle and some combs. I'll be right back.
I think she grabs onto like his shirt or something. It's just
Oh,
like,
he's like,
does it look bad?
no, actually, I think it's rather fetching. I mean, you let it dry without combing it or anything, so that's why I was gonna get the combs and such. But if if you don't want other people to see you like this, it is striking, and I know you don't always like attention. I think it looks really good, but we can find a way to hide it until we can find a way to fix it.
She'll turn her head to Ash and like squint at Ash and be like,
Ash has
does it
already
look
climbed up on the
bad?
Ash has already climbed up on the bed, kind of like half behind May, and is like finger combing it and like braiding it for May, and just Ash is like, hmm? Like over May's shoulder. Was Ash was like, no, I really like it too. We can both be bold haired and beautiful. See, you know, like I think you rock it. I think it works. I really do. I think it's pretty.
Yep. So unless May's still
It's
holding on
different,
to him, Ye's gonna
but
go get the comb, get the spray bottle just in case, and go downstairs to get some of the breakfast quiche on a plate or breakfast casserole on a plate with a fork because he knows May hasn't eaten yet. And he's gonna come back up and join the thing and give Ash the bottle since Ash is handling the hair situation. And he's like, "All
oh, by
right,
the way, Ash's braid is like terrible. Like there's a reason their hair is cut really short. They're like not, but like they like their hairstyles like the wake up out of bed kind of jostle with some gel type of hairstyle. Like they're but they're trying.
But
That's
they're
all that
trying,
matters.
yeah,
Is they're trying.
It's almost a braid.
yep."
Yeah.
And Gale just kind of sit back down on the floor, get a little
It's
fork
pretty
full of
loose and it probably does not feel secure.
get fork for the casserole, and just be like, "All right, here comes the airplane." There we go.
All right, so what are we dealing with rock rabbits today?
Um, we'll get around to them. That was the plan, but I feel like we might need some recovery time and maybe just to plan without acting yet, while everybody still kind of
We
catches
gotta
up to
destroy
everything
it.
that's going on.
They took the smoothies.
Say what?
They took the smoothies, May.
Mhm.
They took the smoothies.
They destroyed Ash's favorite smoothie shop.
Ash will like just like bring
Oh no.
I think May starts
Just
crying
fucking
again
like-
and hugs Ash. It's just like, I'm so sorry they took your smoothies. Like she's very much projecting right now.
Yep.
she's just like, oh, Ash
they
Ash
hug.
needs comforting now.
Oh, they hug. Oh wait, but May is hugging Ash while they're crying.
Yep.
Oh, it's
Okay.
it's a
Ash is not
emotional
as big of an
vacuum.
empath.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's an emotional vacuum.
No.
Because Ash is also an empath.
Yep. And as soon as the
Ash
hugging
just
starts, he puts
starts
the food down and just like full
sobbing.
on, man bear hugs the both of them because it's hugging time, and
Ash
so
is sobbing because they're just picking up all the sob from May and just is like, this smoothies and your hair, and it is pretty, but they're both gone.
You guys all just start bawling.
I should have known this was gonna happen. But you guys needed a hug.
I think at
Post
this point,
Jack, guys.
Jack, Julian, and Jillian are standing at the doorway. Like, are they okay?
Yeah,
Nana from the kitchen is just like, I think they're just what's the word? And she like says it in Polish, and then she's like, uh processing. That's what that they're going through some things. They'll be
A lot
okay.
of things happening this morning.
All I'm hearing is just anthrax and tears.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, thank you for the raid, pork soda.
Thank you
Hooray.
for the
Yeah,
report.
I'm like, hi, Ray.
Hey, folks.
At the perfect time.
Yep.
As we're all sobbing.
There's a really big empath cry fest happening.
Yep.
At some point, Ash is like, okay, no touchy, too
Yep.
much touchy, too many emotions.
You'll be like, you
Like,
think we would remember that we're both touch empaths in moments like this.
the vacuum so much times. And Ash is just like, oh.
Yep. But you'll just be like,
Brett
just to
can't
be
breakfast for
clear, in
everyone.
all of that,
Breakfast for-
Ash would get the feeling that Ye totally meant that he thought May was rocking the white hair.
Oh yeah, Ash picked up on the emotional vacuum is happening.
Yep. A lot of emotional
Oh, yeah.
feedback, but then he's gonna be like, all right, so we should talk to Julian and figure out what's going on um, with him, because I have a feeling that his wife is here, wife and child are here because of whatever she was doing to try and dig into the Cruciamentum thing. That's probably what's killing Slayers, which is not something we can really afford to have happening. We should talk to them also about the rock rabbits and Nana, see if anybody has any leads or ideas. I if you want me, I can redo that braid. My mom showed me how, because my dad you think I'm big. My dad's just huge. He's got like not quite Andre the Giant hands, but they're not good hands for braiding. So doing hair stuff. So I helped.
May's just gonna
Otherwise,
sling it all up in a ponytail. It's like, oh guys, it's fine, it's perfect.
there you go. And yeah. All right. So there he's gonna get up and just trundle on out. There's a little too much of that empathic feedback for him to want to just, reassuringly pat anybody right at the moment. Um, just kind of wander down, scrub his eyes a little bit.
Ash isn't as big of an empath as Ye is. Like their empathy isn't as high as Ye is. So Ash will like get up and like hold their hand out to May and be like, let's go.
Yeah, she grabs it and just kind of like her hand is like freezing, and she just like holds it. I imagine since Ash is kind of small, it's just like hers is just like a little bit bigger than Ash's.
Yep. Sounds
Yeah,
about right.
it's just like yeah.
Yep.
Tracks. And I
Yay,
think they all head
Yay,
downstairs.
and Yay and Ash. Um, actually, yeah, Yay and Ash, and anyone else who wants to. I promise you, I won't do this all the time, but one more perception notice check.
I already rolled it. I knew where you were going.
I
got
knew, I saw.
Three successes.
2 and 3.
13.
Nice. Yeah, Yay and Ash, you guys notice the door to the spare room is cracked open just a little bit, and there is a little, not super little, but like a small pair of eyes peeking out from between the frame and the door. And as soon as you guys walk past, you hear the and you see the door shut really quickly.
Shy kid. Don't really blame her. Uprooted, dragged across the country, probably on a red eye, and then staying at a stranger's house full of noisy people.
Ash will probably. No, I'd really stop and think about that. Ash will keep going too. Like
Okay.
really, there's like a big note up there for them.
So Julian and Jillian and Jack and Nana are all, kitchen or living room, and Jillian has started to sort of select the various charms that she would like Nana to create to um, ward them, because it's clear that Jillian is just as educated as Julian is, so she understands magic. So those two are busy taking care of that, often like an offshoot of the living room. So it's basically just Julian and Jack. Um, Julian has like a plate of breakfast casserole that he's almost done with. Jack, I don't know if you're eating yet. You had breakfast at Ye's.
Yeah, he's probably picking at like a bagel or something.
Oh yeah. Honestly, they're probably yesterday's bagels because May hasn't made bagels yet today.
A day old bagel? Shucks. I think it's probably be funnier like the row of crows in the window behind him on the other side of the
Oh
glass.
yeah, the crows haven't been fed yet.
Bagel. Bagel. I
Um,
won't say one word now.
yeah, so Julian looks up when he sees you all come back downstairs. And he says, everything all right?
I think we're still all processing yesterday. It was a hell of a day. Just real quick, Nana, do you have any cosmetic illusion charms, or should I hit my mom up for that?
Oh yeah, there's a glamour something somewhere in that bin over there, and she points to like a square wicker basket full of like what clearly was organized at some point by its like effect But something got jostled at one point, and the labels are kind of askew now, and you can like maybe tell what zones were what, but they're a little intermingled now. So she's like, it's in there somewhere.
All right. Well, then, yeah, we'll dig in the most likely area and just kind of start trying things on to see what happens if he's not certain.
Um. Okay, make me.
Waiting for you to tell me to roll a d4, d20 again.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Oh, God. All right. So start with the d4.
Yeah, start with the D4.
There's a 1.
Oh,
Alright,
God.
it's a D20.
Starting off strong. All right, which dead rock star does it turn into on this one?
Come on. Let's not do this again. 1!
It's already been done. Well, actually, he's not awarded, so
I'm not awarded.
technically-
Nana you told Nana not to give the award. They told Nana not to give you an award for that one. Why? Why do my dice want Ye to be naked?
I sent those. I apparently sent those dice to you. I don't know.
You're both
Okay,
fired.
so, yay,
Make this shit up, people.
you pick up, you pick up a really nice looking ring.
Yeah, this
Well-
is obviously it.
A ring that clearly once was nice, but like a crow got to it.
Yeah.
So there's like some scuff marks, but you slide that onto your finger, and so your clothes basically, what happens this time actually, your clothes turn to dust, but then they begin to coalesce and migrate up from your body to your head, and they form like a luscious head of Fabio hair.
You
Yeah,
get a
so-
finger whistle from Jack from the living room.
Eh. And he just, for a moment, he's not even worried about the naked. He's like, what the happened to my hair? Is it the same color and everything? Or is it.
It's your natural color, but
Okay. He's just like. Oh. Well then. Jack, can I trouble you to go out to my car? He'll pick up the keys that
Ash just
thankfully
grabs one
did
of
not.
Nana's aprons.
May just
Yeah.
holds and pushes Ash's hand down.
Well, at least it's nice to be appreciated.
May's just like, click.
Where's my phone? Fuck.
And then from the kitchen, you hear Nana. Well, Nana doesn't have a phone. Never mind.
She's got like the old, like,
Yeah.
gets under the thing.
Yeah,
What's
the,
him?
the flash powder, the sepia toned bourgeois
Going on the
style
Christmas
picture.
cards.
daguerreotype.
Anyway, so I guess
And
I'm
Really-
guessing his
like, I
his
should
keys
use
didn't
the
disappear though,
apron
right? They like
just
just fell
for
to the
that,
floor or
just
something. What was in
The
his
waist
pocket?
apron too.
Whatever the items in your pocket, yeah, probably just like fell to the floor.
Okay, so wallet, phone, keys, tin of edibles, clunk, and he's gonna be like, Jack, can
Ash
you?
just, no bending, no bending, no bending. Here.
He's gonna look down at the apron. He's like, "You're gonna need at least 2 more of these, otherwise you're just really accentuating things."
It says kiss the cook on it.
It does.
I was literally
Absolutely.
gonna say that.
Yeah, as Jack leaves the house, you can hear him whistling. Oh yeah, they call him the Streak.
You gotta love the
Country song.
classics. It's like, Nana, what is it about the magic in this house and hating my clothes?
Nana looks up like, huh? Oh, oopsie. You know,
Is May just
I don't know.
projecting? I don't know. It's
What? No, no, that's never happened to me.
Sometimes the magic does what the magic wants. What can I say? And
That's
she'll
fair.
like go
Apparently
back to
once,
making the
yay.
charms for for Jillian.
Jen.
In the meantime, Julian is going to just try to avoid eye contact with Ye and say, "Gosh, I think we need to talk."
We do. And then he'll like wave to Julian's wife. Hi, by the way, I'm Ye. I'm half demon. I'm the Oracle. And this is the second time magic in this house has destroyed my clothes.
Just a quiet half demon all man
Yep.
from May. Just quietly under her breath, just not even knowing what she's saying at this point.
Jillian,
He's gonna flick his new long luscious locks.
Twinkles and slow-mo.
Jillian looks over and goes, "Well, all right then. Not one
So,
to
Julian, this is Nana's house. Welcome to Nana's house.
right. Well, I can't say I've ever been somewhere quite as wild.
I would have said colorful, but that works.
You know what? That's better.
Yeah.
But
Like blue. It's a good color.
you know
May-
what? I think the
with the
word
white hair, just
chaotic
red.
works. You will have a special brand of chaos that I am not accustomed to with my upbringing, but I assume I shall be remedying that in the near future. Julian, I think you need to have a conversation with your slayer, though. And Julian's like, yes, yes. Ash, other room, please.
Is it about the cruciamentum? Is it something we should all be discussing? Because I feel like that does have a bearing on all of us to a certain degree. And when Jack gets back with the clothes, he's just gonna like slide some boxers on under the apron and then drop the apron and
I
just
only
get clothes.
found one shirt, man. It was blue.
What happened to the rest of my clothes? Did I give it to somebody? I kept the spare in the car for. So I guess he's just gonna be wearing the apron and drop the t-shirt on. It's like it's not quite a Scottish tartan, but I guess it'll have to do.
He's Donald Duck in it.
It's
I feel like daisy chain a couple aprons.
pretty much he's just got like an impromptu kilt.
I was just about to say a kilt, yeah.
He's gonna take a seat in a chair and have to bite back the urge to do a whole, Michelle Pfeiffer. What was
Eyes
it?
on
Basic
Jet.
Instinct.
Your basic instinct, that one.
Yeah,
Oh, Sharon
Yep.
Stone.
Sharon Stone. That was it. Sharon Stone kind of base. No, he might actually just do one just because. Screw with everybody. Just uncross the leg.
What's so hilarious is I did this for a one shot I played in with my character, so this is payback. This is payback from the time I did it.
Nice. Revenge. But otherwise,
Uh,
yeah. So, and does it have anything to do with those rock rabbits that are destroying town?
no,
Okay.
no, the rock rabbits. I'm not gonna lie, the rock rabbits have been the least of my worries right now.
Wait,
You know what?
we
Yeah,
opened the hell mouth.
let's.
Now we're being plagued by rabbits. What is this, Night of the Lepus?
They're not quite that big.
That's reassuring.
They don't seem to be attacking people. They're just burrowing through the streets and under like collapsing buildings when they dig under the foundations. So they're a threat and we need to deal with it, but we really need to focus on this cruciamentum thing. I'd like to see whatever we can do to make sure Ash is as safe as possible. If we have any
Yes.
leads on that.
You know what? Julian is going to go over to Nana and Jillian and say, you know what? Hey, guys, why don't I take care of this with Nana and you can explain to them what happened? And she goes, all right, okay, fine. It's not like I know them as well as you do, but fine. And they have a little back and forth, and then she'll stand up and she'll go, all right, well, for those of you who don't know, I'm Jillian. I am Julian's wife. How much has Julian actually told you about what's been going on?
He mentioned that you were not really finding any leads, kind of actually being stonewalled almost, it seemed like, and that you were going to try and get your dad drunk to try and get some information out of him.
You told him that. It was a really weird moment, and I was really stressed out. And okay, but you don't. We'll talk about that later. Okay.
Now, Ye would like to point out that was an accidental busing as opposed to the totally meant and intended busing that Jack did earlier.
Little accidental.
Julian, you have to work on your loose lips issue. Yes, okay. Long story short, my father is a rather prominent watcher, and while not a staunch drinker, he's British and he does like his whiskey. Through some means, I was able to coerce some certain information from him. Not a lot. There was mention, nothing was directly said, but it was heavily implied that he called it test, was ended after an apocalypse. It sounded like something big that happened a good while ago, and it seems that he suspects that perhaps a few of the cleverer watchers may have escaped what he called the erasure, which makes me think that the watchers probably did something to erase the knowledge of this cruciamentum from minds, from records, from any and all, as far as I can gather based on what I've not found.
Well, they didn't wipe the moon.
I'm sorry, the moon?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
found. Go ahead, Ash. This was a good one.
I'm sorry, just yeah, no, we met the moon. That's how we found out about the cruciamentum. So there are people and or beings out there who still know what it is and what to do about
I'm
it.
sorry, you met an inanimate lump of
The moon.
rock.
I
More.
would not insult
The
him.
personification of sun. Yeah.
His wife
I mean,
is
he might be better to insult
vindictive.
rather than the sun, but yeah.
Yep. Pretty much humanoid representations of both. Nana's familiar with them.
Yeah,
Did he
apparently they're
smell like
friends.
cheese?
No,
No, he was a
weirdly enough.
very charming man, well put together.
Delano.
Apparently,
Well dressed.
yeah, named Delano. Um,
His wife was very hot, both literally and figuratively.
yeah, melted the whole downtown, that boutique area because she
Hated
didn't
that
feel pretty and
Yeah.
appreciated enough.
Right.
And he's the one who said,
Okay.
when I asked, he offered us a boon when we helped reunite them and kind of played a little therapist for them, like marriage therapist. It was one of the oddest things that has ever happened in my life, and that's actually saying something given everything. But he was when we asked what could be causing all these slayers to be taken down so easily, he's the one who said the cruciamentum was the only thing he thought of that could be causing it, and that's what sort of set us on this path.
It's been a hell of a path.
Yeah, it
Right.
has.
Okay, well, I tried to see if I could get any more from my father, and he seems very it was very, very hard to pry this from him. Um, but when I brought up this idea of watchers who may have eluded the erasure, he seemed very, very bitter about a very particular watcher. Um, some someone named Giles. I have no idea who that is.
Would any of us know who that is? Like, is the Sunnydale whole thing, the original Scoobs, is that like known in the demon
Um,
underworld, the magical world?
Was
What
it in that
happened there?
yearbook that May's dad would have had? Staff.
um, May make me a intelligence and knowledge roll.
Amazing. My best. Let's go.
Jack wouldn't have known specifics. He would have known about the hellmouth that was there, but that's probably about it.
That's a 10 plus 7. 17 for a 5 success.
Wow. Okay.
Ow.
Yeah.
Steel trap.
May you have read your dad's old yearbooks a lot because it's funny to see his old photos and the people that he like had a crush on and stuff. Um and you remember um the school librarian up to about his like sophomore junior year of high school was definitely named like Robert Giles or like Rupert Giles. That's the one. Yeah, yeah. Um, and do you remember thinking it was a really funny, really British name?
She just kind of, she's thinking, she's not even like connecting the dots here. She's just kind of been like zoning out, but she's like, Rupert.
Who's
And
Rupert, May?
Jillian's like, pardon?
Huh?
You said Rupert and left?
Oh, I used to I used to look at my dad's old yearbooks and kind of laugh because 90s fashion was woo sometimes. But yeah, the staff there was a guy named Rupert Giles. I don't know.
Well, I don't know if it's the same man. Um, it's unfortunately when I tried to look up this Giles fellow, uh, his records are deeply restricted to a level that that I suspect may have gotten me put on a watch list, which is partially why my daughter and I are here because it's
So who watches the Watchers?
other watches mostly.
That always
Seem-
works out well.
yeah, that seems a little. Yeah.
It's complicated for sure. And at this time, Julian speaks up and says, "Listen, I feel terrible that things have gotten this far. And Ash, you're still no safer than you were before. There are whisperings from within the ranks that something is definitely foul in the council itself, but no one has been able to bring any evidence to light other than more slayers are dying and it feels like nothing is being done about it. And I may could what are you May where are you from again?
California?
Was there a hellmouth in California? And he's
Yeah.
like thinking,
Sunnydale?
Sunny Sunnydale.
I'm
Sunnydale.
from New Sunnydale.
Oh my god. Wait.
Jack
Oh
smacks
no.
Julian's arm and he's like, my boss's boss was involved in Sunnydale. There was a Hellmouth there.
Oh good god. Okay. Um he's like getting really flustered and he's like, okay, um I think we need to find this Rupert Giles guy. I I don't I there's got to be a connection. There has to be.
Mhm.
Maybe my dad would know him? Or,
Maybe can we call your dad?
yeah, and if that doesn't work, I technically have a technomancer in the
You
family.
really have to?
Let's save that for option Z.
Let's do my dad first. Dad's great. Dad's awesome. Dad, fought a giant snake on his graduation, so
Well, all right.
So he's just like absorbing this and he's like, right,
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about this.
I'm gonna guess that this Rupert Giles was a watcher. If there's a Hellmouth, there is a Slayer. If there's a Slayer, there is a watcher. And if there's a Slayer, probably going to be in high school, and you watchers always gravitate towards libraries. Always, it's a thing.
Side eye to Julian.
Ash has
May
been
side eyes you
unusually.
guys. Like, what's wrong with that?
It's
Ash has
nothing
been.
bad. It's just a
Not-
pattern. It's speaking of the watchers, they still haven't come to pick up Rathu. I really would like to hand him over and not have to keep feeding a transformed Rogue Watcher. I suppose we can't really do anything about that right now. I just wanted to put it out there that I have not forgotten.
Neither have I. Rathu is complicated, okay?
Everything's fucking complicated with the Watchers.
Just make sure the wheel is well oiled and he's not going anywhere.
Maybe we'll look at Ash to see how all of this information is settling here.
Oh, not well. Ash has been very uncharacteristically quiet.
Yeah,
And
it's
they're
gonna.
just kind of like sitting on the couch, just like 1,000 yards staring.
He's gonna go to the kitchen while this is happening and see if Nana has what it takes to make a decent smoothie.
I mean, it's May's
But-
smoothie machine, as long as Nana hasn't used it.
We're gonna risk it at this point. He's just gonna grab some fruit and ice, and he doesn't know that Nana has any protein powder, but it's not much he can do about that.
This looks like protein powder. Sprinkle, sprinkle.
No. He's
No.
not gonna like try and
There's granola, at least.
yeah, you can maybe get some granola in there for a little body, but yeah, he'll make a smoothie while May calls Dad, dear old Dad.
Yeah. So May, are you gonna call your dad?
What time is it? It's like,
It's probably like 11:30. So
yeah,
be like,
he'll definitely be awake, just hopefully.
yeah. Yeah, so phone rings a couple times um and then you hear him pick up and he's like, "Hey Mayday, what's up?"
Hi Dad, is it okay if I put you on speaker to talk to a couple of my friends?
Sure.
It, uh, it's for something very important. And you
Okay.
don't
Hi,
have to hold
hi May's
anything
friends.
back. They know a lot of stuff.
Okay. Are you okay?
No, and she'll put it on speaker for everyone to say hi.
Okay. Hi May's friends. How can I help?
Hi, May's dad. I'm naked, but it's not my fault.
He's kidding.
We don't have to talk about that. What can I do for you? And um Julian says, hi. So your daughter mentioned that you might have gone to school with a librarian named Rupert Giles. Uh we are wondering what you know about him. And Robbie goes, I mean, he was kind of a stuffy British, not kind of, he was a stuffy British man. He hung out with like the same like 5 kids most of the time. Um, they were weird kids, but we did end up saving the world. Uh, is this making sense?
They know about the giant snake and the hellhole, the hellmouth, whatever.
Okay. Um, do they know what a slayer is?
Yeah, we've got both a Hellmouth and a Slayer.
There's a really, really dry scoff and laugh from Ash, just like,
And he's gonna hand Ash
Right.
the smoothie. Here you
Okay.
Ash just push the smoothie down.
Yeah, so and basically Robbie kind of relays the events of the season 7 Apocalypse and what he knows about Buffy and what he knows about Giles, which is not like a ton because, you know, Giles and Buffy tried to like not drag anyone else into their shit, even though it was kind of impossible. And when I say anyone else, I mean like the non-scoobs. Um, but he was like vaguely aware that like something was not normal. And after after a while, Giles got replaced and then came back and then started a magic shop, and then the town blew up. So, and Jack, that like tracks with the timeline that you know about, like the Hellmouth exploding, and same thing for you, May.
The unredacted parts of the Sunnydale report.
Yeah, exactly. Um, and he basically explains that like, yeah, I honestly, I reckon he's probably still alive, but wouldn't be surprised if he's whatever a watcher is.
Well, so you have no idea how we could possibly find him at all? Any idea where we could start looking?
Probably. Let me roll something. Or drop my dice.
I mean, it's still rolled. Just
I don't even know where it landed.
Free win for us. Let's go.
Exactly.
It was whatever we
Nat
needed.
20.
Yep.
Nat 20.
Natural 40. Don't question it. Just
Did you say natural 40?
yeah. We're gonna maximize this.
The dirty 69.
Natural 40 hands.
Hey,
um, he thinks about it for a minute and then goes, one time I heard him say that he was just going to walk away and move to a sunny town by the coast or something. I don't know. It seemed like he was talking about pipe dreams, but he did that thing where he like takes his glasses off and like cleans them and then puts them back on. Um I talked to I, there was a theory going around that like he did that because he just like didn't want to look at us for a while, and I was just like, that's valid. And then Robbie just like starts rambling. Um and basically the idea is that like how do I want to explain this? You might want to look in places that kind of resemble where he's from but aren't where he's from.
so New England.
About, yeah.
Well, it could be worse. Could be searching the entire coastline of Florida.
Could be worse. He could be in Canada.
That's true. I wouldn't wish that on anyone.
It's a silly place.
Well, Dad, thanks for the information. Sorry if we woke you up.
It certainly was an interesting wake up call, but it's good to hear your voice. Tell Nan I said hi.
I will.
Oh,
Bye, May's dad.
uh, bye, May's naked friend. Uh, and May's other friends. All right. Okay, bye. And he like hangs up. Julian just kind of looks around like, okay. I imagine Rupert Giles isn't a very common name
That's assuming he
in
actually used that one.
America.
And if he's looking
Maze?
to just get away and leave everything behind, he probably has an assumed name.
I think May's
Yeah.
gonna look at Ash being quiet, not drinking their smoothie,
Like,
and look down at her phone and unblock a number real quick and send a text. I need information on a Giles Rupert. I'll owe you another favor.
yeah, of course, can't see what's being texted, but
it
it's just
hurts
like,
his soul.
Yeah, just out of character cringe.
yeah, just at least it's not
Yeah.
Kip, but
Jack's like, "Hey May, you look like you just swallowed a lemon. Are you okay? Like rind them off."
Yeah, I
you
feel bad about involving my dad in this, and he doesn't know about all this. He doesn't know about Alice, and now he thinks I'm here to have like a normal life for once.
he's gonna just kind of drop his head a little and like, I didn't mean to drag you into all this.
It was probably gonna happen anyways. It's what happens when I decide to go outside.
I'm gonna say, go to
May
school
you get
near a Hellmouth. Runs in the family now.
Where there's a Lipinski, there's a Hellmouth.
I guess.
May
Were
you
you
get
Put on
two
my
excited about
t-shirt.
30 years ago?
You get one text from Alice, and it says, on it, and just like, period. And you get one from your dad a couple minutes later saying, hey, yeah, that was weird. Is everything okay?
I think just to like have some sort of levity with I think she is a little manic right now and she's just gonna hold her phone up real quick, snap a selfie and send it to her dad and be like and send a text that says uh not a look I would have chosen, underline like chosen, all caps.
He texts back saying, I'll call you tonight.
And then he's gonna look over at Ash and be like, Ash, what's up?
Mm.
You didn't even touch your smoothie. Something's going on. I can tell the vibes are in
Do
the
you know
air.
why I get a smoothie every day?
Because you like, oh God, were you
Ah.
crushing at somebody? There's only two
Not even
reasons I
that.
could see you. What?
I mean, yeah, he's cute and whatever, and it makes getting a smoothie better. But if there is nothing else that I can control in the day, it's my smoothie. And now we are sitting here, and everyone seems to know things, but I don't. There's talking to everyone else about everything that can possibly kill me. I've never even heard of Sunnydale. I still don't know what the hell could come out of a hellmouth. Never mind fight them. We're nearly bested by rock bunnies. And never mind this weird cruciamentum thing that may or may not strip my powers or may not kill me. And our only solution is somebody named Rupert Giles who may or may not still be alive. And so, smoothie.
Smoothie. No, I get it. It's a touchstone to normalcy. I'm really sorry. And I'm not trying to keep you in the dark. We just haven't, I don't know, we haven't had time to talk about anything except whatever's going on at the moment.
It's the new normal.
It is, but we need to find ways to take some time to have as normal a time as we can. Clothes vanishing notwithstanding. But
I don't know. I think
Yeah.
that's becoming a pretty normal thing around here now.
I mean, I can just get naked every time I come over if that's true.
Once is an accident, twice is a coincidence, 3 times is enemy action. We're on to you, Nana.
You're not slick, Nana.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find. But yeah,
Catch
no.
me a catch.
Let's
I just don't understand what you're talking about half the time. So
well, yeah, you're despite the fact that you're the Slayer, you're the only one who didn't grow up in this in some way, or at least spend a lot of time in it. You just accumulate this stuff. But I'm happy to go over what I know and bring you up to speed.
is unnaturally fast learning a Slayer ability? And like Ash just like looks at Julian while picking up the smoothie finally.
It can be.
Ash, are you a visual learner?
Yes. I hate books.
I'll make you a presentation with pictures.
PowerPoint it up.
Picture books.
We're gonna get a Hush slideshow.
Yeah.
Stick figures and
I don't want to die. That'd be really cool.
We don't want you to die either.
We don't. That's what we're working on. That's why we're working so frantically. It's not in an effort to leave you in the dust or make you feel like you don't know things. We're just grasping at everything we do know, trying mashing it all together, hoping we can find an answer to keep you safe.
It's just a really weird feeling being the Slayer and feeling helpless.
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
all this stuff and nothing to do with it.
Well, we can go punch some rock bunnies, and then we can
I was just about to
have a little presentation party.
go beat that up.
Yep. It's Wabbit season.
It's Wabbit season.
it's Wabbit season. Little rock riff.
And that's where we're gonna drop the curtain. Okay.
Think it again! Jesus!
Your dice just want him naked.
They do, and I don't like. It was a
You
totally...
need to put those dice in dice jail.
You got horny
Or do
dice.
you? Tell them when they're in there, don't drop the soap.
Yes.
So thank you guys again for playing with us tonight. Thank you, Bat Kyle. Thank you, Luna. Thank you, Mana Queen. Thank you, Bison_Stonefist. Thank you, producer Kevin. Thank you, everyone
Thank
in
you, Chris.
chat. We had
you, Chris.
like
Thank you,
you're
Ray.
welcome.
Thank you, Raids. Yes.
Yeah, thank you, Ray.
Yeah, I was about to say we had like 3 or 4 raids.
Seriously.
That was wild.
Popping
I
off.
loved it. Yeah, thank you everyone who is watching on the VOD or on YouTube. Give the video a like if you made it this far because you clearly liked it. And subscribe and tell us what you thought in the comments. We love hearing your words from your brain. Um, and finally, if you have the energy, be kind. But if you can't do anything else, at the very least, be nice to each other. Thanks. Good night.
Bye.